Good evening, everybody. Rock Dad here. So we're going to work on some grips here. Water's a little chill, but not too bad. We're going to work on some bronzite, as promised. Got my shapes kind of sketched out there. So I'm working on now is just kind of evening up what I got going on here, figuring out how I'm going to make these two stones match like I want them to. You can see I need to pull a little off here, and so we'll start there. So I got a really good deal on this material. And I want to take off that portion right there at an angle. So we're getting pretty close here. And I'm going to shallow this one just a little bit. There we go. They don't have to be a perfect match, but we want to get them as close as we can. And we're going to round off this. That's going to bring our general shape down to about where we want it. Do a little fine tuning here. I think I want to pull it off that side. Trying a little different of a light scenario here tonight. That's feeling pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Just a little bit back here. And just like that, our stones are starting to line up. You can see we got a little bit right there to go. So a little grind, set it up. A little grind, set it up. I'm actually really happy with that. It's not 100% perfect, but it's not going to matter by the time we're done, because they're going to match. Okay, so one of the big mistakes is you got to figure out which side's going to be the best to look at. And they have to be opposite of each other. So if I set them like this, then I got to grind this side and this side. Or if I butterfly them out, this side and this side. For those of you watching, this video might be a little long. I think I'm going to do this side. I really like the flash on that and that ribbon on that. So I don't want to make the mistake of grinding two left-hand sides. So what I want to do is I can either put a tick mark on here, or I can set up my block. So my block, I want to make sure my under block is fully forward. I'm going to line these two up. I'm going to slip the top one down. I'm going to put a grind line on it so that I know that that's up. I'm going to set this up, flip it over, and I'm going to repeat the process. Now there's no mistaking what side's going to be up. So for the next thing we're going to do is we're going to want to make sure that water's on the wheel, the block is fully centered. I got some stuff in here so I don't want it moving around too much. There we go. And we're going to start taking this side down to where we want it. So I'm not applying a lot of pressure, but I'm moving it. And I want to keep this moving, but I want to keep it at a slight angle so it's grinding as it grinds in, and it's grinding along. This lets it cut fast without cutting into my wheels. So I'm going to repeat this process kind of all the way around, and then I'm going to pause the video and we're going to catch up a little later on when we got a shape done. So as we can see, we're getting our bevels grind down, and that's going to start working into our general shape of our grip. Alright, so our bronzite grips are getting their general shape down. And we're going to start working more of the grip round and bringing out the profile. Alright, so we're getting that nice round profile going. Getting every part of the stone, getting the center, getting those edges at the shallow edge, kind of bringing the center to the high point, getting a good look out of our material. What we're going to do now is we're going to bump this down. One, we're going to move the water. It's kind of a dirty material. The water is very chocolate milky. And we're going to go to grinding on our Titan on this one. And if you look, that's what it looks like now. It starts getting shinier right away. We'll continue in a minute. We'll catch up in a second. Okay, we're starting to get a little of our pattern coming out here. It's starting to look good. So we're going to move it down. This part we'll let you watch a little more of. There we go. It's always important to have your water underneath the wheel centered up. Let's see what we get. This is the part where the beauty happens. I know the camera's swinging, it's not on a gimbal, it's hanging from a ceiling, so. Look at that. Alright, we're going to pause it here. Alright. We're starting to get a little natural polish going on right now. Bronzite's got that bigger chatoyancy. This one I haven't got to yet. The side by side, you can see the difference that makes. Alright, now we're going to move down into polishing on the polishing mills. Give me a second here. I'm going to adjust this a little bit so I get my hand around a little easier. So my fingernails are dirty. I'm using every part of the wheel. I'm not just kind of hovering in just one spot. Keeping the stone moving. Nice fast jerky movements help. As you can see, the magic's happening. We'll continue on and show you more in a minute. Not polished yet. Polished. Alright. Moving on down. Kind of hard to do this with the camera here, but pretty cool. All right, we'll continue on in a bit. Woo, look at that. How cool is that? This corner down here in this material. A little scratch right there, need that. Look at that. Compared to the other one, polished. Not all the way polished. It's getting hard to tell them the difference, but it's getting there. All right, moving on to the next. For the video purposes, I think we're going to save most of this for the next final polish. 50,000 grit. And sponge over the end here so it's drawing the water through. I should talk to you when I'm doing this. It's almost ASDM, right? So I appreciate everybody that's tuned in and watched so far and enjoyed the process. Material I'm working with is the bronzite. I picked it up at the rock show. I did not mine this, however. Through a little research on minedat.org, I have found out that it can be found in Montana, Washington, and a few other places. So I might have to go looking for some of this material. And there we have a pair of 1911 grips. Those will look beautiful on a 45. Well, this is the Rock Dad. Thanks for watching, guys.